All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, 30 base.
They'll run on first down. Sheffield. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Get that ball. Watch the safety creep. Jet bomber. Jet bomber. 54 miles.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
They'll try the left side. Sheffield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Kamara trying again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Henry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Hey. We begin. Hey. High 7. At 25 to Mike.
Now back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 on. Ricky, recon, 152 fighter. Shoot.
On 2nd down now, Sheffield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st down, Sheffield. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
At the 15-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check nickel 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Charlie. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Touchdown, Atlanta. The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Just like that.
On second down, Kamara. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Back to throw. Perry. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run on first down. Sheffield. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Sheffield. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because thrown across his body and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On 1st and 10, Perry, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return nets positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They run it again with Kamara, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Let's go. What's the plan? That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On 3rd down, Perry. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Bravo. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the... And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jason Kroom, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off.
Come on now, let's go.
Take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 26. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
The score, Falcons 49, Saints 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
From the gun on 3rd down. Perry, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Looking to throw. Perry, he's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Quincy Wilson with the INT. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
5 yards on the pickup. Throwing on first down. Perry. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The Saints on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Perry. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Come on, set. 60 on. X3. 218. Chop it.
I got you. Check 24. Check 24. Hey, switch gears.
Ready to go. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Sheffield. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
63. Saints 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team. Yeah,
we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And Kamara has it stripped. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Perry. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Operating from the gun. Perry. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try the left side. Sheffield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, Alpha. Go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Tight right. Out. 3 down. Out. Fight for him. Let's go.
On 1st down, Perry. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Perry. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brooks. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sheffield. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Under crunch. 6 and 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big